Hello everyone, I'd like to talk about version 70 patches regarding cruiser because they seem to be affecting the Artifice cruiser jumps tremendously. I know this is not a huge issue for the competitive high quota community, but this is a huge issue for the casual high quota community. Because there are public lobbies where people attempt to play high quota on version 70 plus, now version 72, and they didn't know the changes that have happened with the cruiser, and neither did I know. But a couple of days ago, I joined public lobbies on version 72, and I was stunned. I tried to do the cruiser jump from fire exit to the ship, and I failed it. And I was very perplexed. I had no idea what happened. It took me quite a while to figure out this thing. So here are the patch notes. So the company cruiser now passively tries to set itself upright. I think that this affects the trajectory of the cruiser as it's flying. I believe that this keeps the cruiser straighter than before, and that makes the cruiser not drift in the air a lot, which is actually good. But it's bad because when you land from fire exit to, let me show you, when you're landing back here, if you don't calculate your jump correctly and you don't attach exactly here where the magnet is, and you are a little bit more forward and the cruiser is now inside this ledge, if you try to demagnetize the cruiser, it's going to jump away. And that didn't happen before as much. Now it's happening a lot. And right now, because of this change, you really must not bring the cruiser in here. You have to really land it over here. So this is one of the issues that we have. Now the second issue, there is now a tiny boost when pressing down the pedal after changing gears. This sounds harmful until you realize that the boost works also mid-air, and that's what I hadn't that's what I didn't know when I tried to do the jump on version 72 in the public lobby. Have a look at what happened.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Oh, I was too front. I was too far front. Did you actually see how much of a big boost it gave me when I did the WA jump? This is like incredible. Like, have a look. It's drifting a little bit to the side, but that's okay. I'm controlling that. And now look.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Do you see how much? I mean, it shoved me so much forward, and I had no idea that the tiny boost when pressing down the pedal, that means when you're tapping W for the first time after changing gears, this also works mid-air. So the solution to that is actually quite simple. Just use the gear, not the gear, use the gas tap it once before you jump. So I like to go on reverse. So I've used it now. I'm gonna keep it on reverse. I will not change gear, because if you change gear now, it resets this tiny boost. So I gotta stay like this. And I do the 4th and the 5th jump forward. It's, I don't know how to say this, but if you do the 3rd jump forward, it's so extremely dangerous right now. And it's not only dangerous for overshooting, it's also dangerous for landing here inside this ledge. And then when you demagnetize, it's going to make the cruiser fly away. It's very difficult to bring it back. So this is my solution. There are also other solutions. I was talking to my friend QR the other day about this, and he suggested that you can tap W in the air after the double jump and before doing the WA boost, but it's a bit tricky. You gotta have really coordinated fingers to do that. Another thing you can do for this is let's go to fire exit and teleport the cruiser here. Turn on the magnet. So when you're in there, ooh, okay. Another thing you can do is just change to drive, and this is also something that QR suggested, like do W and immediately S. I would like to test whether so let me do reverse and then go into drive. I would like to test if pressing W and S at the same time removes this tiny boost that causes all these problems. So I know I'm pressing W and S, but I don't think that S is working. Okay, well, let's do the jump and see if the boost went away. So now I did front, back, front. I believe that the boost was removed. So that's also something you can try. Now let's check out the Eclipse jump. The Eclipse jump is probably the one that was mostly affected by this change. Right now with the Eclipse jump, if you don't use the boost before, you're probably gonna crash into the antenna, because I don't know, it feels like it jumps much higher now. It feels like the boosts are so much stronger now, higher and bigger, and you don't have enough time to maneuver away from the antenna. I have a sort of solution for that, but let's try to do it like before. Yeah, I was kind of lucky now. I was kind of lucky. Let's just remove this cruiser and spawn another one. Let me show you what actually happened when I tried this the first time. Oh. Cool. This is what happened before knowing how this worked. So you now either have to do the following. Either you tap W very slightly. For me, I prefer to do reverse. I prefer to do it like this. Just go and reverse. Tap slightly once. And then just do the jump on reverse. And I barely made it, actually. It was very, very dangerous right now. This is, though, safer for me than attempting to do this without tapping W. Now, because I know how it feels, I may be able to time it. So the way this could work is with correct timing. Do the 3 jumps, the 3 boosts slightly slower than we used to do them before. And this way it gives you a little bit more time and you're not arriving at the antenna as fast. And that gives you more space to do the jump back, the SD jump. Also, if you haven't used the boost, well, pressing SD should not be using the boost, the new tiny boost. So that actually doesn't matter. Only W in the air is gonna give you this. Why are we doing DS if it doesn't take you back, guys? Does it take you back? Or is it using brakes? We do know for sure that if we use W, it's gonna take us forward. But let's test it. Let's do, instead of DS, let's do DW. Just for the lols. Oh, did you see that? The moment I pressed W, it moved the cruiser, even though I didn't use any boosts with space. I think that this is incredibly revealing about how the boost works. What if I had reverse? What if I had reverse, guys? Would it boost me backwards? It's bagged. Ignition is supposed to work instantly on Imperium. Okay, let's try to do it the reverse without using the boost down here. So we go in reverse. It's still boosting me forward when I do W. Now let's try S. Magnet. It's not boosting you. It should be, I believe when you have reverse, it should be boosting you backwards when you press W, but it still boosts you forward. So let's keep reverse and do S now. See if it's gonna... No, it doesn't really boost you back. It was a very tiny change in the trajectory when I did S. So this seems to only happen when you press W. And it doesn't matter if you have reverse or if you're going straight. If you're going forward, it will still boost you forward. That's weird. That's weird. So, what do we do with the eclipse jump? The safest thing to do is to go slightly back with reverse so that you are not aligned with the antenna, and that also uses up the boost, allegedly. And now let's do the jump. Yeah. I just feel like I'm barely making it. There's another thing that you need to be aware of. When you're doing the jump from here with the cruiser, if the cruiser's rear is sticking out like this, and it's not exactly parallel to the ship, then if it's like this, it's going to travel diagonally and you will surely hit the antenna. So when you're reversing back, you have to be careful about this. You have to feel it, that the back is not sticking out. So that's the safe way to do the eclipsed jump for me. The other way to do it, which is not that safe, that I have found, is to do it like the normal way, but try to time it. Do it slowly. Yeah, it's not safe. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. I would for sure always prefer to reverse back. It may work, it may not work. It's like a roulette right now. So if you have found a better way to do now the eclipse jump, please let me know in the comments. Oh. Wait, what am I pressing? I'm pressing E. Cool. That's because the rear was sticking out. That's why this happened. The back was looking towards there. The eclipse jump used to be actually easier than the normal one. But right now, it's not what it used to be. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Anyway, guys, these are my findings about version 70 plus about the cruiser. A big shout out to QR for discussing these things with me, especially he made me aware that the boost happens mid-air, the W1. That was really a revelation for me. That explained to me why I was hitting the front of the ship all the time, just like in that very first attempt here in the public lobbies. I know that competitive high quota doesn't happen in version 70 or 72, but it's still good to know these things.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Oh, I was too front. Yeah, I was too far front. Well, goodbye.